What's it like to be a Navy SEAL? Well, get ready to find out, because you're about to get a behind-the-scenes look. Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North went on a similar mission with Navy SEALs back in October 2010. They headed to an undisclosed location in Afghanistan. So what was it like? Retired Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North joined us. So?
Not hard to do this kind of thing because we're not allowed to show their faces. We're not allowed to give out information that would help the enemy. But most of these operations are conducted at night. This particular mission that we were on was to attack a high-value target, detain enemy combatants that were out there in the field, and let these guys go out these kinds of operations with very little other supervision up the chain of command. This kind of an operation, Greta, is the kind of thing that these guys do regularly. Let me just show you on this tape that we shot October last year.
And this is a real mission.
This is a real mission. This is not training. This is the real thing. U.S. military personnel are the brightest in the world. They're getting on the helicopters in the middle of the night. About 3 o'clock in the morning, we hit the objective. And you'll see a charge go off as they run up to the... That's a breaching charge placed up against a gate so that they can get in. And then you can hear this guy yelling in Arabic, telling everybody to get down, keep their hands in plain sight, breaching the doors, and bringing out detainees. Flashbang grenades, shotguns, breaching charges are all essential in this kind of an operation. Some of the suspects that were detained in this operation were the high-value targets. They were identified on site, then taken to an exfiltration zone where the LZ is being illuminated.
What's the LZ?
The landing zone is being illuminated by a UAV. See that ray of light coming down? That's an unmanned aerial vehicle illuminating zone for these. These are the Night Stalkers, the famous 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment. They took us back to our base, and by dawn they released those guys who were not part of the real suspects and detained high-value targets. Entire mission on the ground, about the same length of time as it took to capture, find, and then kill Osama bin Laden.
And that was last October?
That was last October. That was in Afghanistan. We launched from a base in Afghanistan out to the objective area and then back. And we had that UAV up over top of us with Hellfire missiles and these remarkable optics that allow us to carry out those operations.
I guess what's so extraordinary from a layperson standpoint is how well it was executed. You know, I mean, looking at that, you know, and I think back to this past weekend, we lost a helicopter, but I'm not too moved by that. I mean, the fact that none of our SEALs were killed, and they went in and they had a surgical operation, and it was extraordinary.
The brightest, best educated, trained, led, and equipped military force the world's ever seen. Number two, if you're an enemy of America, be afraid, be very afraid, because this kind of operation is the kind of thing that they're experts at, and they can do it literally at the drop of a hat. The operation that was conducted last weekend was rehearsed for 7 months. And as Congressman Rogers pointed out, they always refined, and they'd find something that they needed to refine, they needed something that they needed to change, and they would change it and modify it on the ground and rehearse it. And as the Congressman Rogers said just a few moments ago, 7 months of preparation, and it never leaked. I'm astounded.
I'm surprised. I mean, I guess we're lucky it didn't leak, though, too.
Well, absolutely.
I mean, that Obama ordered it was 7 months after, afterwards is extraordinary, and in the meantime, bin Laden didn't get away.
There are very few people who have been as critical of this administration as I have been, but you have to give them credit for the boldness of this decision. It says, no, we're going to do a ground operation with these SEALs and that kind of technology you just saw, and allow them to get in and out to prove that we actually killed him without leaving a memorial so that people could go to his gravesite. Astounding.
He is absolutely flawless. Ali, nice to see you.